Hello everybody, sorry about that late start, I know. I weirdly couldn't find the link to my own stream. Which isn't great, let's be honest. How is everybody this evening? There's no big news today, is there? Must admit I haven't been following. Hey Fozzie, Antonio, how's it going? Frustrated? You must be a Costa owner, I take it then. It is a bit of a nightmare. But now you get to have a nice new striker in your team. What's going on with Costa? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, so I'm just gonna post a sec. So the main news, at least that I've seen, is that he's had a bust up in the training ground with one of the assistants or one of the other coaches, and apparently Conte has said get off to China basically. Now I don't think he's going to leave Chelsea somehow, but it does sounds like he hasn't travelled. I mean, that's being reported everywhere now. So yeah, it's not looking good. It's looking good for me, maybe, because my last striker pick in the draft I did recently was Batshuayi. So that's good. Yeah, I saw a tweet about Costa's agent being in China, but has that come from anyone different other than that Tancredi guy? Never too sure about what he says. Keep for hold, that's the thing. We just, I don't know. I think if I had him, and this is always much easier to say because I don't have him, I think I'd want to get rid. But you're right. If everything calms down and he's available next week, you are going to want him for whole, no doubt. Yeah, Alonso's travelled as far as I know. Yeah, Diego Costa dropped. Who owns him and has made an early transfer? Because that's even more annoying if you've done that. Yeah, that's the thing, Danielle. Giroud now is going to be an easy pick for Costa owners. I think that's who I'm going to bring in. I think I've decided on that. Did Barnes train? I don't know actually. Let's have a look. Don't know if anything was said about it, because he's actually one I'm considering bringing in this week. Don't know if it was said in there. That's really bad. This Costa news broke, and I've been trying to keep track. I've just been so busy since I got in from work, knowing I was going to have to do this. Which obviously I'm more than happy doing. Just meant that I've not been able to check up on Twitter as much. Oh, I don't know about Barnes. Someone must know in the chat. Yeah, I think that's the bigger problem. It's not necessarily just getting rid of Costa. It's getting rid of Costa when you've already taken hits and stuff. It really depends on your bench. Actually, I think someone tweeted me a team already. I think someone that's got Costa on a -8 already. Well, let's just say one thing. This is why, if you can, you wait till Friday. Not that you'd expect something like this to happen every week, but I'm kind of glad that I've waited. Even though I don't have Costa, but still. Yeah, the problem... Oh. Yeah, I think you just have to hope that Barnes plays. I didn't realise he'd been orange flagged, that's annoying. I think you just have to hope he plays, to be honest. I'm not sure I want to take another hit to get rid of Costa. Yeah, I'd say its price is dropping, is it? I'd say it's Must be getting there, right? Has he been flagged, actually? Must have been. Although it's not an injury, is it? That's the problem. Okay, he hasn't been flagged yet. But it's not like this news is going to take long to get around. Yeah, minus 71.8. Not looking good. Yeah, Lukaku's an interesting one. I can't really get him without taking an 8-point hit, and I don't think it's worth it. If I could get him without the hit, I'd definitely be interested, I think. He's just got such nice fixtures, and even City's not the worst fixture. Okay, he won't be flagged. Yeah, I guess it's the same as Payet and someone else I've forgotten now. Yeah, I suppose there's always a chance he drives down separately. Someone else has sent me a team. Let's have a look. But yeah, Nino, I think with your team, you're kind of just going to have to ride it out. I don't mind hits, and Costa was still scoring pretty consistently, but he had slowed down a little bit. If it was for free or for... I suppose it is just a -4 on its own, but you've already taken out. I'd keep. Hope for the best. Sweeper goalkeeper. Carroll and Ake to Giroud and a 3.9. And you've got Costa. Carroll and Ake. Yeah, I mean, that's not... Yeah, but then you... See, the problem you have, you've got these two now. And Holobas will potentially need to go soon. One more yellow card and he's out for 2. I'd be tempted to keep Carroll. Maybe switch Costa and get a better defender. Take it obviously because it's in yellow, so you haven't already made that move. But that could be an option. Get rid of Costa instead. Sigurdsson and Walcott to Sanchez and Stanislas. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good -4. I mean, I've got Sigurdsson and I kind of want to get rid. But I'm not sure about for a hit, but that's because I'd be getting someone like Ali, who is in a match that potentially he's not going to score very well in. Or at least, I'm thinking he could do okay, but I don't see it as a high-scoring game. But Walcott's obviously no good to you, so you're getting in 2 pretty good players there, so I think that's worth a -4 personally. When is the right time to get Coutinho? Just before he starts scoring really well. Now, the thing with Coutinho, I think Mane is going to be a bigger miss to that Liverpool team than Coutinho was. I checked their goals per game before Coutinho got injured and after, and it was 2.5 to 2.3, something like that. I think Mane is going to be a bigger miss. And with their fixtures, I just don't think you need to get him straight back in. There's so many other good options. Ah, yes, Font was the only other one they haven't flagged. Makes sense. Where are my shades? I don't think I've got any on this desk. The Ibramas, I don't even know where that is right now. Am I keeping Carroll for Palace? I don't know, I'll probably make my transfers at the end of the stream. But I'm thinking I'm not going to get Ali, even though I really want him. Because getting Ali involves a few things. Either involves keeping Benteke and doing Carroll out and Sigurdsson out for Barnes or 4.5 striker and Ali. Or I could just straight start for Mkhitaryan, but he has Hull soon. So I'm kind of banking on that fixture and us beating Liverpool. So I think, I'll probably decide later, but I think Carroll's going to go and Benteke's going to go. And I'm going to get 4.5 and Giroud. I'm going to play Phillips, keep Sigurdsson. Just to hope he scores a penalty or something. Yeah, Kean, I don't know. I think I'm getting rid of Benteke. Part of part of me wants to keep him because I got him for like the Swansea game onwards, so I've only really given him one chance at the moment. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to get rid. Get the sexy French bastard in. Yeah, I think I am. Question is, are you? Alright, a few more teams. Hang on. What to do with this team? Planning to bring Stanislas in for Ramirez for a -4. See, Diamande's got an okay fixture this week, right? Yeah, Bournemouth at home. But then obviously Bournemouth is Hull's a good fixture for Stanislas. I don't know if that's worth a -4. I'd be tempted just to play Diamande and hope for the best. Plus, you've got a pretty good defence there, at least your main three. Ake is obviously a problem now. I'd be tempted to keep, I think. Oh man, so many tweets. Taking a hit, Costa and Hazard out, Ali and Giroud. Oh, you've already done it. Well, there you go. I don't know about Hazard out. But it's obviously it's too late for you, you've done it. That's a really weird hit to take, actually. Obviously, I take it you did it after the Costa news, or had you already done Hazard? Because I would have just done Costa Giroud, I think, and kept Hazard. The late show with Andy. Would make it. Oh, it's Ryan Tabridi, is it? If you're from Ireland. Try and keep up with all the names. Tom Brown, welcome. Why would Hazard be rested for Hull? They don't have Europe. Maybe, is there cup games? Okay, did both after Costa news. I mean, Ali could do well. I just don't think that Hazard out for a hit was necessarily the right move, but I could be wrong. Best defender for FPL potential and their value: Rose, Baines, and Brunt. Brunt is looking really good after Spurs. Hopefully, he can continue. He's probably the best value right now. But I just think Baines with Schneiderlin now in the team and on penalties. I think Baines is a good long-term pick. And I love Danny Rose. I'll never say no to him. Yeah, exactly. Ryan someone. Kane, yeah, he's a good option. Is that just a straight swap for Costa? Yeah, the Yoshida shout on the video was good. In fact, I saw a few other people talking about that. The problem with like that video is it's like you put out on a Wednesday and then so much news happens by Friday. You almost need to do another one. But at that point, like, only so many people can watch it in time. Like next week, obviously, a good video could be Costa replacements. Although I'd imagine most people, at least the hardcore players, are going to make the switch this week. Yeah, Danielle, my season's kind of the same. I haven't really moved since game week 14. Yoshida nailed. No. Well, he's basically leaving Font out of the team at the moment. So he looks okay for now. What I like about him is 4.2, so he's only 0.1 more than I'm at. So he potentially got someone playing in Southampton defence for just 0.1 more. If it goes wrong, not the worst player to bench. Potentially. So I just got to send something to somebody. Yes, that is true what Fozzie said. Brunt hasn't been confirmed fit. It sounds pretty good. Like, I must admit, I'm kind of confident, but bringing him in, you might be a bit risky. Giroud, Lukaku or Kane? I'm finding it really hard to ignore Giroud. I saw a tweet earlier that in his last 8 starts, he scored 8 goals. So it's not just this little run he's going on. And those fixtures are so good. I know we said the same for Kane when he had Burnley and Hull, but Swansea, Burnley, Hull and Watford in the next 5. And yes, when Walcott comes back, he could get in the side, but I just don't see how Giroud gets nailed. It's not nailed, dropped right now. Sky News is always right. Yeah, but it's always late as well. Their sources are usually, you can usually just find them on Twitter. By the way, how do we like the scrolling text? Just another great production upgrade. Top notch. Right, Grant and Ericsson to Courtois and Sigurdsson. Does that look good? I don't particularly like expensive goalies personally. Hang on a sec. No, I don't like that at all. You getting? Oh, sorry. Are you bringing Ericsson in? Okay, I think you've written that the wrong way around. Yeah, if it's the other way around, then that's okay, I think. Yeah, okay, cool. Thought that's what you did. I need a sidekick. TM just wants the job. He wants to come on. What's my team? Okay, this is my team. We'll go back to the tweets in a sec. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. So obviously Heaton plays. Does the stream look okay, by the way? Is it lagging for you at all? Getting messages on my computer about it not being good. I think it looks okay from what I can see. I could be wrong. Fine, cool. Let me just quickly check my computer's not about to blow up. Because that would be a nightmare. Okay, all good. Cypri, oh no. This is someone in one of my mini leagues, so I don't know if I can give him any help. Can swap Costa and Origi for Negredo and Aguero. Worth doing for a hit, or should I get through? I don't think Aguero is worth the money, but knowing our mini league, he would be a differential, and he's not owned by very many players. If he does well, you'd shoot up the rankings. Yeah, no beers tonight. I actually have a bottle of water hanging around. Ooh, fucking hell, messy desk. Tidy up. Okay, yeah, so my team is this right now. Obviously got Phillips and Brunt. I'm currently benching them. I think I'm going to get rid of these two. And I'll just play Phillips, which isn't ideal, but could be worse. I could have Costa. Okay, I'm losing track of tweets now. Oh, that's why you follow me, Tom Brown. Sneaky. Thoughts on this wildcard team? Do you need to wildcard? How bad's your current team? Yeah, decent enough. I don't know why you'd keep Ake on a wildcard though, to be honest. Do we think he's going to play? I don't personally. He might do eventually, but he's so cheap that if he ever does, you can just bring him in. That defense is quite cheap, but I do like your attacking 8 or 7. No, wait. And the only thing is, though, actually, just noticed, you're going to have to bench one of Snodgrass or Phillips or one of the others, which you're not going to want to do every week. I don't know if I do that. I would probably swap one of these for just like a bench fodder, like 4.5 million kind of midfielder, and upgrade the defence. And yeah, as BDA Shadow says, Hull, I know Snodgrass done well and he's kind of like the main man there, but Hull have really bad fixtures. So I get rid of him for a bench fodder, keep Phillips. I know it's not ideal to play him this week, but it's not the end of the world. And bring in a different defender and get rid of Ake, personally. Next. What would be the one transfer you'd make? Oh, Adam and Fletcher. I'd probably downgrade Costa. You can maybe keep Adam this week, to be fair. I'd probably upgrade one of these two, though. If you want to take a hit, potentially. Costa for Giroud, Defoe. Sorry, not Defoe. Yeah, maybe Giroud, something like that. Or Lukaku, and you can upgrade to Stanislas. Is an option. Yeah, the teams really are rolling in. TM's right, though, Torres Magic. I do need a sidekick. Someone to load these teams and keep track of the questions. I'll get him in as an admin man. And on occasion, we'll let him give his opinion. Already on a 4-point here. What do you think of Costa to Lukaku getting? Yeah, Kapui is just... It's just rubbish, isn't he? But Middlesbrough at home is not the worst time to play him, I suppose. It really depends how much you think that Costa is not going to play the next game. I just can't imagine... I know the China League's got a lot of money. I can't imagine Chelsea want to sell him, right? They're not going to get a striker as good as Costa in that short amount of time. They're doing so well in the league. We don't really know how bad this bust-up is. We just know he hasn't travelled, right? So you could potentially play Kapui. Don't think it's the absolute worst. Oh, good man. Look, liking the tweets. Oh, why does that look funky? Costa, Giroud, Sigurdsson to Ali. Yeah, I like that. I'd be pretty happy with that. As long as you're happy keeping Benteke. 2 men in the back. Do I take a -4 for Costa out? Depends on your bench. Not great. Yeah, again, I think it's so easy. So easy for me to say get rid of Costa because I just don't own him. I mean, it's always easy to make a decision for someone else's team. If I had him, I would probably get rid. Because I just think Giroud is such a good option. But I don't have much patience, to be honest. Yeah, Kane is an option, but a lot of these people are like taking the hits to like, upgrade other players. So Kane is about the same price, if not just a little bit more. Who just become a dad? Oh, Kane. Yeah, but Giroud just signed a new contract. So he's guaranteed a goal. Yeah, my rank, you're right. TM is bad. That's why I don't have it displayed anywhere. Keep people under the illusion that I'm actually good at this game. No, I don't think there's any no news about Kane being out. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move... Actually, no. I want to be able to see the chat on this screen, so I'm not always looking over there. You're already on a -4. Oh, look at that front line. Nope, well, nothing in the front line. Front's good. No, I mean, we'll have to keep an eye on Fred, see if he's going to play. I assume he might. But otherwise, he's looking pretty good. I think you just want to show off this front line, didn't you? Do I think the games will be snowed under? There's not really been much... I've not seen much news on that. That there's like really... like people really think it's going to happen. There was just that report that I linked in the video I did on Wednesday. Obviously, that was a couple of days ago now. So it sounds like it's pretty good. I mean, the problem is never the grounds. It's getting to the grounds that they don't like. As soon as it becomes unsafe, that's when they start shutting them off. Oh yeah, did anyone reply? Give us a shout out. That wasn't me. Who have you, terrible gaming, who have you got in your defence for a 4-3-3? I guess it's like Alonso, Baines, Brunt, Rose maybe? A tidal surge on the East Coast. Yeah, let's have a look. Not that the BBC is going to be focused on football. Okay, nice. Daniel's good. Van Dijk as well. That's quite a cheap 4-3-3 though. But if it's working for you, then fair enough. God, it's going to take me ages to find. Oh yeah, see, this was 2 days ago. This is the one that I originally linked. I mean, all I'll say is I'm not currently making any decisions thinking that this is going to, that the game's going to be cancelled. I'm kind of going with it as normal because I've not really heard anything. I took Alonso out, okay. It still could work out though. I'm sure you're doing better than I am. So who in the chat, right? You've got Costa. Who's keeping him? There's probably going to be less people, right? You tweeted a beat. Did they get back to you? Oh, Jack the cat. You tweeted me a team. Yeah, that's another thing I didn't consider actually, the profit tied up in Costas. If you got him at 9.5 or even up to 10, it's quite hard to get rid. Henry, you'll decide tonight. I reckon it's already planted what you're going to do. You know what you're going to do, you just haven't done it yet. Yeah, see, these are my... I'm going to have Giroud as well, but these are my two main captain options as well. I think I'm going to go Sanchez. I think you can kind of justify it. Ibrahimovic is in such good form. Like 9 points a game over the last 9 game weeks that he's played. It's pretty ridiculous. Kind of due a penalty, I think, at this point as well. But Swansea's away form. Sanchez's away form's been good. And his stats have been good as well. I know he hasn't been scoring as well, but his stats haven't really dived too much. Start Phillips or Kapui? Yeah, I would probably start Phillips. I know that's really counterintuitive because I think Spurs are quite like to keep a clean sheet. Kapui is just rubbish. I kind of play Kapui as the last resort or to avoid a hit maybe or something like that, but I think Phillips is just the better player. Aki to Rose, but keep Carroll instead of Drew. Oh, that's a tough one. I kind of want to see the rest of your team, I think. I'm always drawn to the attacking moves. I think most people are. Danny Rose could be great this week. Yeah, what Kean says is probably a good point about not picking the captain from the same game, just in case games are snowed off, I suppose. Because that would be a nightmare. Yeah, imagine that you pick Sanchez and Giroud, captain and vice captain, it gets called off. That's kind of like, almost doesn't matter what happens after that. Even if you scored like 80, you'd still be so annoyed. Took -4 to bring in Ali, Stanislas and Crouch. Is it worth taking another hit to get rid of Costa? No, I don't think so. You just play Lallana. I know it's not ideal playing two, or if you really want it, if you really think that Liverpool are going to score, which kind of benching Lallana, I know it doesn't necessarily suggest it because you got a pretty good midfield, but you could play Valencia. Really hope for the best, but you're not really giving yourself the highest point ceiling there because obviously if Firmino scores, Valencia loses points. So I'd be tempted just to play Lallana. I don't think I'd take another hit to get rid of Costa in that situation. Transfer that caught my eye, Schlupp is an interesting one because he's obviously a defender. I tweeted out a link to an article which I didn't read properly at first, but it does look like he may be into play like on the wing. Potentially a wing back, I suppose. Seems unlikely because they're still in for another left back. So Schlupp, 4.8 million defender. Anyone that plays out of position, I'm instantly drawn to. So far, him, I'd say. The Costa news is quite interesting because obviously in the last game when he was out, Batshuayi didn't get played. They've already been linked with Llorente. Imagine if they get Llorente in and he becomes #1 striker at Chelsea. That would be interesting. Although potentially a bit boring as everybody gets him in. If Payet went to a top 16, would you get him in? It really depends. Like, I know he's a really good player, but whose team does he just walk straight into? Like, he's been playing on the left for West Ham, right? So United, we could fit him in. We've got Martial, Mkhitaryan and Pogba kind of as the three behind Ibra. Arsenal, if Giroud's going to keep playing, Sanchez is on the left. Potentially, I suppose you could put Sanchez up front again and bring in Payet. I don't think he's going to stay in England. I certainly wouldn't bring him straight in, I don't think. I guess he's benching, like, why would you bench Lannis? Can't see Liverpool scoring too many against us, to be honest. If you've already got Rondon in, I'd probably just hope that he does well rather than take hits to get Phillips to go 3-5-2. I think Rondon could be an okay-ish option. Problem is, obviously, you've got to wait another 2 games to see, really, because chances are he's not going to do much against Spurs. Anything I'm unsure of? Yeah, I'm already kind of spoke about it just a minute ago. I don't know whether to bring Ali in, because to do it, I've either got... These are the main options that are kind of going from my head. Mkhitaryan to Ali, leave it. Play Carroll and Benteke. I could take a -8 and take out both strikers, get a bench fodder, Lukaku or Giroud, and still take out Mkhitaryan for Ali. If I want Lukaku. If I want Giroud, I can just get rid of these two. But most of it comes down to keeping Sigurdsson, I think. I'm not convinced by that, but don't know, he's always got free kicks and penalties to rely on. So I think I'm going to take it. I mean, this is what I think I'm going to do, so tell me your thoughts. So I don't know why my internet's going so slow. Probably because I'm streaming. Oh, getting rid of Ibra, no chance. It was going to be, I was going to get Barnes in. I said earlier, I didn't realise he'd been yellow flagged. But yeah, basically bring Barnes in, 9.2, so I can't quite afford Lukaku and just get Giroud in, I think. It just means I'd be waiting for Ali for another 2 game weeks, but that's not necessarily the worst because Hazard's got Leicester and Hull, and then the fixtures toughen up. If he doesn't do well, I might be tempted to get rid. So when Ali is playing West Brom and Man City, could get him in here, which could be good. Yeah, I think if you're hoping for Ake to start, you're probably going to be disappointed. Doesn't sound very likely. I mean, Conte said that he said that he hadn't tried him as a wing back yet. He just as a centre back. I don't see him coming in for any of those centre backs unless it's an injury. I mean, there's I know reports started coming out about Alonso's injury, but apparently he's had that all season. So get rid of Lallana or Sigurdsson. That's a really tough one because I know most people would just say get rid of Sigurdsson. I saw something yesterday. Someone posted on Fantasy Football Scout, I think, that Lallana had scored like 7 goals from 10 shots on target, which surely isn't sustainable if that's true. And they have got tough fixtures. I don't know. I'm suddenly drawn to keeping Sigurdsson. But I think part of that is just because it makes my other transfers easier. So that's a tough one. I would probably say Lallana. Nearly everyone else would probably say Sigurdsson. Only reason to get Barnes over Crouch is because he's 0.2 million cheaper, and I'm never going to want to play that striker. I will never choose to play that striker unless there's... I mean, I could play Crouch, I suppose, ahead of Phillips this week. Imagine having Peter Crouch in your team. If you told me at the start of the season we're going to bring Peter Crouch in at some times, I would have laughed. Especially when Boney had been brought in. I know he's obviously he's away at the moment at the old African Cup of Nations. I could bring in Crouch and play him. Bench Phillips. That almost feels maverick. Yeah, I think Giroud's the right choice. I'm kind of not stubborn maybe, but I've always got a problem with forwards where I'm trying to second guess them and like, well, Giroud can't keep this up, can he? Like last season, Vardy can't keep this up. I haven't had Costa all season, so I think I just think I'm going to think. I don't want to say casual, but I'm just going to think he's doing well. He's got good fixtures. Just going to bring him in. Yeah, Bonnie was good at Swansea. I'll buy Crouch if you do. I know, but you know what's going to happen if I buy Crouch, right? There's going to be a transfer I either don't think of, or suddenly I'll need to make next week, and I'll be 0.2 million short because I didn't go Diamande or Barnes. I can just see it now. I am tempted just for the lol factor, I think. 1.7%, a hat-trick from Crouch to propel me right up the rankings. Yeah, I'm not sure about Yaya. He's playing quite deep, I think, but he is on penalties. He's 7.3. Hey, Eskimo, how's it going? Yeah, it seems like Costa's been left out. Hasn't travelled with the squad, apparently. I don't think we've had confirmation from Chelsea, but it's one of those cases that there's a lot of smoke. So there's probably a fire too. $20-pointer from Peter Crouch, come on. Honestly, I know he scored like 2 and 2 or 3 and 3? I'd bring in Crouch and just be happy if he played 90 minutes, I think, without getting a yellow card. Goal and an assist. If I tell you, if I get Crouch and he gets a 20-pointer, I'll be doing the robot on the stream next week. We all know that's why he stopped doing well in the first place after stopping the robot. Yeah, the thing is, I'm considering Crouch. It's only... That would be my third striker in a 3-5-2. So apart from maybe this week when Phillips has Spurs, I'll just bench him every week anyway. There's none of my other players I think that I would bench, even if they were playing Spurs away. Yeah, armband on Giroud or Sanchez. I'll go Sanchez. I think. I mean, I'm confident enough that Giroud's going to start to bring him in. No, I just can't imagine he's not. But still be like that. Obviously, Sanchez gets an extra point for a goal, clean sheet and stuff. Is this some weird script? Is this like fixtures underneath? Not seen that before. Already bought Giroud in, so no transfers. Would you take a hit? What are you playing 4-3-3 already? Oh, you got a nice team. Yeah, these two aren't ideal really to come on, but I don't know. Costa for a hit. He's got Hull next week. Anyone who takes Costa out for a hit this week, unless it's for someone like Giroud and he goes mad, are going to be super annoyed next week when he plays Hull. And if he doesn't get taken out of the team. So I would be tempted to stick, but I can definitely see the appeal of taking a hit to get rid. How's Sanchez more reliable than a guy that scored 8 and 8 in the last 8 starts? Yeah, Schneiderlin making Everton assets more attractive. Obviously, that's mainly in defence, I suppose. That's kind of the narrative right now. Everyone assumes that's what's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see if it does it in practice. They're still going to miss Gay, I think. When they're back together, that could be a really good partnership. But yes, I think generally it's good that they've made... Yeah, I know he's gone to African Cup of Nations when he's back. I think in the longer term, that's can only be good for like Baines or Coleman. Or if you want to go cheaper, someone else. Well, that's the thing, Jason. It does sound like the news is true in that he's not travelled, he's not going to play. This week, for sure. I think everyone agrees pretty much that he's not going to play. Obviously he's not if he hasn't travelled. But I think longer term, there's no reason that they can't patch up and he'll play next week. They're not going to want to get rid of him. They're not going to get a better striker in January transfer window. I don't know if Baines is essential, but penalties is very nice. Malesna, Sanchez not to start because his head's turned. I just don't see that. We discussed that on the Scoutcast. I think he, even when he was annoyed with his team at the weekend, he carried on playing the same way as always. Best route into the Borough defence. I think most people really hope that that Friends starts 4.4 million, which he could do. Obviously, you want to start long term. If not, Chambers looks pretty good. I think he's doing alright on. Yeah, he's getting a couple of bonus here and there. Chambers is the safer pick, I think. Oh man, if Costa plays tomorrow, there will be chaos. Yeah, Lukaku back to Chelsea, I suppose. I just wonder how much money would be needed to get a transfer like that through in January. It's all well and good like Chelsea stumping up the money to get him, but then Everton are stuck. They're really stuck. Yeah, backer from Milan for Chelsea. The thing is, I think Conte's worked with Llorente before. He kind of likes him, doesn't he? It's the kind of gist that I get. JC can always get Costa out if he starts versus Hull getting back for less. That depends what you got him in for, though. Did anyone sign Lamella? I don't think so. He's injured, right? They're just waiting for him to come back. These crazy bids from China only seem to be Chelsea players. Nah, I don't think that's right. But Chelsea are a very good selling club. But Oscar hasn't really had a sniff, and they got good money for him. So there he goes. Yeah, I might confirm the transfers before I sign off. Yeah, I'm playing Holobas this week. It's either him or Brunt. I think against Middlesbrough, I'm okay with that. But long term, I do want to get, even short term, I want to get rid of him. Just not this week. Oh, excuse me. I should just do it now, shouldn't I? But I don't want to get Crouch. Imagine Crouch. I feel like I'm being coerced into Crouch. He's 0.2 million more. That annoys me. Alright, but let's think about this. How much is Ali now? 8.6, is it? Imagine if he does well against thingy West Brom, even though he's playing Man City, his price is going to rise up again. That is crazy scoring. That's not a bad team. Don't get Crouch. Yeah, exactly. Peer pressure this is. Reset transfers, yeah. So nothing in the bank. And a 4-point hit needed really to do anything. Yeah, but Barnes has been yellow flagged, right? Does anyone know why? Is it Ashley Barnes? What was last? Oh, was he injured for ages, was he? I had thought of Crouch before, but not seriously. It's only because everyone's going on about it. Yeah, Barnes is the one I had my eye on because of penalties, really. But what is wrong with him? Because he wasn't flagged yesterday, I don't think. So the manager must have said something. Just a knock. Must be somewhere. This is what you tuned in for, right? Watching me try and find news for Ashley Barnes. No, nothing on there. This is what life has come down to. Searching for news on a Burnley keeper, striker. When was the Burnley press conference yesterday? Oh, I think for the next stream I have to make some alterations to the settings. I wonder if I can do it on the fly actually. Oh no, I can't. Not without dropping the stream. He trained with a knock. He isn't playing the next match. I suppose the worst thing is Phillips plays for me. Sorry, I'm just clicking down to web pages. So yeah, I do like Carroll and Benteke to Barnes and Giroud. Play Barnes ahead of Phillips, and if he doesn't play, I just get Phillips instead. Siggy to Ali, and let me see what's left. Okay. So nothing. You have to basically find 1.4 million from somewhere. Hang on a second. Yeah, so you got to find 1.4. So you can just do Carroll to Barnes. Or Crouch. Obviously that means I have to keep Benteke as my second striker, and I'm not sure I want to do that. Could drop Mkhitaryan to, like, I don't know, Lallana. Although he's like 7.6 or 7.7 now, isn't he? Yeah, so that's actually a no-go. Yeah, it's not what I want to do. I think I'm just going to keep Sigurdsson. If Ali goes mad, that would be very annoying. But it happens. Man, we've been on for nearly an hour already. It does kind of fly when you get going. Well, who's got any other transfer dilemmas? Are we set on Sanchez captain, or is anyone still wavering? Yeah, Fozzie, I agree. I'm going to not worry about Liverpool and see how they do without Mane. Yeah, Sigurdsson's not. He's not done anything recently, but he's still kind of got all set pieces. The fixtures aren't great, but they're not the worst. Well, no, they're not great. Got an assist last game, obviously bonus, which was nice. I'm probably going to keep, because it also means I get to keep Mkhitaryan, which I know is probably not the best thing, but I'm just holding out hope, really. Yeah, exactly, and Sigurdsson's stats are really good still. Tempted by Rose for captain. I can never captain a defender apart from maybe a double game week, but that could be great against West Brom. Crouch captain, I think we're taking it a bit too far now. Consider banking the transfers. Yes, I have considered that. The only thing with that is I'm still going to want Ali next week, but I'll find it harder to bring him in against City. Like, I know that's just like a psychological thing. So I could almost like rather just make the transfers now, not worry about Ali next week. I mean, playing Carroll and Benteke might not be the worst. Might regret it, but... Okay, questions. Yes, I think Alonso will play. Eskimo, if I could pick again, I'd go Pogba, I think, instead of Mkhitaryan. Mainly because of minutes. But we'll see, because I think he played 84, 84. Then he got injured. Then he played 90 and 64, so it might not be the worst. I mean, for the West Ham game, we were struggling to break him down, even at 10 men. But Mkhitaryan played really well. He could have had an assist. So I kind of want to keep him. Yeah, that is a hard choice, Lallana or Sigurdsson, to get rid of. I think I would get rid of Lallana. Be interested to see what the rest of the chat thinks, actually. Yeah, Arsenal could have a blank, but we don't know. 6 game weeks is a long time. Do you know what I mean? We want Giroud in for potentially the next 5. I'm happy enough to take some hits if needed. I think I'm actually on more than 199 subs. I know it doesn't show you, but I think it shows me that we're on more. Yeah, according to my screen, we're actually on 207. We're absolutely rocking YouTube at this point. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Swansea and Hull in the next 4. I don't know if getting Giroud in is a must, but he's a very good option. Everett to Palace might be nice, depending on how much he is, and I'd like to see how he kind of comes back to the Premier League when he's a few years older again. Lallana does play in a better team, but without Mane, I don't know how they're going to do. I'm sure they're going to still score, obviously, but how many they're going to score, I don't know. Obviously, you've got to remember as well that Swansea have got a new manager. I don't think he's going to suddenly turn it around so they're winning every game, but could do well. Obviously, they've got Makelele there as well now. Giroud and Crouch and be done with it. Not Ashley Barnes. Also, I was thinking I need to get some music or something for the background of this stream. I just don't know what YouTube's like for that. Probably have to find something that's DRM free. I like the fact that it's Southampton, is it? I don't know why. I thought Burnley had, but Bournemouth must be Hull. Yeah, but I'm not from Galway. Yeah, copyright issues galore once the video goes onto the channel afterwards. Best Everton options: Lukaku and Baines. I think Benteke is expected to play, but I don't think it's been 100% confirmed that he's fit. Like by Allardyce. Someone else probably knows better than me, actually. TM playing the guitar, that could work. I don't know what music, just something in the background, nothing like too loud. Scoutcast change, it's just kind of the design of the actual stream. Not stream, like, you know, what we do. Because like you probably noticed in the last one we couldn't get the, or we didn't have anything underneath our names. Just because we're not able to now, they've just taken away the ability. You'll see next week anyway. We've got to test it first. It should be good. Should look much better. Plus it means you might be able to, actually no, I'll leave it as a surprise. Yeah, I think Alonso out after Hull could be a popular transfer. So you think Crouch is better than Barnes? Yeah, but then if he's acting as a bench, surely it's better to get the cheaper player. Who just Stoke even out? I didn't even check. That's not great for Burnley. Arsenal, if only. Let's have a look. So some of the way, yeah, United at home's not great. West Brom away's probably not great either. I don't know how long term he's going to play. These are obviously horrible. But he's going to be mainly a bench fodder. Yeah, but you got to be careful with stuff like Fort Minor because it'll just be copyrighted. So as soon as I stop streaming and the video goes on the channel, it'll probably just get pulled for copyright. Yes, you'll regret wildcarding. Your team's not that bad. I'd rather just take that hit for Costa than... I think you were looking at a hit for Costa. I'd rather just do that than wildcard. Well, not necessarily. I mean, I could play... I mean, is Barnes against Southampton at home that much worse than Stoke against Sunderland away? Yeah, 0.2 is a lot of money to someone with bad team value like me. 3-4-3 with Giroud and Defoe. That means I have to downgrade a midfielder. I'm going to keep not getting Defoe and keep not getting points while I'm at it. But does need to be not injured? Obviously, he was all the rage a few weeks ago. Yeah, he's red flagged. Expected back week after. I don't want to get him, I don't think. Yeah, Stoke fixtures aren't great. But like as we said, it's mainly going to be a bench fodder. I'm happy enough to bench him every week. Did I do this? I did that one. Did I do this one? Struggling to field 11. Tempted to do Hazard and Zaha to Ali and Lallana. I don't know about bringing Lallana in. I don't know if I regret saying that, but I don't think I'd want to bring him in. Should I wait a week or two and fix a defence? The defence is a problem, I think. Hang on. So Ibra and Aguero obviously good. Anichebe not great. Zaha not great. Oh, okay, so you're down. See, this is the problem Aguero brings you. You've got so much money of him. You're having to downgrade Hazard even further when you've already got 2 cheap midfielders and a cheap third striker. I'm guessing the fact you said Hazard means you don't want to get rid of Aguero, so that's fair enough. And Ali's a good pick. Who was it to though? Zaha to... I don't know about Lallana. Yeah, I almost want to sit on the fence with this one. I don't like bringing in Lana this week, but Ali is a good option. Oh, I guess you got nothing in the bank. It's a bit of a pain. Yeah, I'll have a look now, Jason. You made one free transfer thinking of Daru and Stanislas and keep Costa. I would... Isn't that then for a hit? I wouldn't do that. If you're going to keep Costa, just keep him and play Daru. It's not ideal, but if you keep him anyway, then just leave it at that, I think. Yeah, I saw that Mike Dean was taking the Sunderland game. That is a bit annoying. Sinner nearly like 50% of his goals are penalties at the moment. Or they have been this season. The new Nintendo. Personally, I don't think I will, not straight away. I feel like it's a bit gimmicky. There's just no way I'll be taking that controller around and playing 2-player with those tiny controllers. What do I think about the team of the guy number 1 in FPL? Well, I think it's much better than mine, probably. So have a look. We can chat about Nintendo after, towards the end, when I decide we're going to go soon. Might go off topic. Where am I looking overall? This annoys me. Look at that. There's about 9,000 people that started after Gameweek 1 that are ahead of me. I hate that. I don't think you can say that Defoe captain is a big mistake. I mean, I personally think there's better options, but yeah, if Mike Dean's refereeing, why not? Okay, so how many trades? Probably made 2, yeah. Be interesting to know what they are. I mean, his defence is kind of sorted. McCauley looks good after this week. Walker's good. Baines is good. Lonzo will probably keep being good. Obviously, he's going to keep Lallana. I mean, it looks pretty nice. Guerrero, he's gone for him. Obviously knows what he's doing. Let's have a look at his previous history. Oh, he's never played before, potentially. Could be a new team. Oh yeah, he has used triple captain and bench boost. What did he get? Hang on a sec though. Triple captain in game week 6 and game week 3 was bench boost. Oh, look at that. Triple captain Coutinho. Fair play. I'd be loving that even in a double game week. Playing 5-4-1 at that point. Well, you had to play that, I guess. Bench Lukaku 3rd spot. I still look at like teams like this and think I will overtake them eventually, surely. Although his team's looking good right now. Yeah, I can't knock it. Bench boost. Okay, yeah, that went badly. 1 point for your bench boost. Triple Liverpool midfield. Love it. Right, any last minute FPL questions? I think we're kind of slowing down a bit now and been on for over an hour. No, that wasn't auto subs in game week 6 because Lukaku got 2 points. Right? Yeah, he put Lukaku 3rd bench. There was a couple of auto subs though. Oh yeah, I have to finalise my own transfers. Peter Crouch. Honestly, I would have probably already done my transfers if Barnes hadn't been flagged, because he's the one I've been looking at all week. Alright, let's have a quick look here. Peter Crouch. The peer pressure is going to get to me. I can't believe it. Let me quickly check his. Let me check his stats off stream a sec. Jeez, Costa to Crouch. I don't like the sound of that, but upgrading Chan sounds good. Sky Sports News, Costa's agents in China, but where have they got that from? I don't really trust Sky Sports News that much. There's usually kind of like better journalists to follow and stuff for that on Twitter. Sorry, I'm just trying to find Crouch. 4 chances, great. Yeah, 6 goal attempts in the last 4. 3 shots on target. He scored 2 goals from them. He's just a rubbish option, isn't he? I think I want to save my money. I think I want to get Barnes. I just know next week or the week after I'll be 0.2 million short for a transfer. And that'll really bug me. I'd love to know what the hell's wrong with Barnes. He didn't really say he played, if he trained. Should be okay, surely. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, it's like 50-50 in the chat. I know, Kian, they're really pressuring me. Can't take it. I do want to confirm them though before the stream's over. So we might have to leave the stream up for another couple of hours while I mull over it. Getting in Lukaku for Costa, yeah, I like that. Yeah, no, I know he's picked up a knock, sorry, but he's only yellow flagged. Apparently he trained. I think I would play Barnes this week ahead of Phillips. I think. Who doesn't play, obviously, Thingy plays anyway. Then again, Sunderland are bad. The reason I'm drawn to Barnes is because if I was playing 3-4-3, I would absolutely go for the cheapest midfielder because I would never bank on playing them. And if they come on and they get 0 or 1, then so be it. Who is who, Salah? You keep saying who is that? I don't know who you mean. Yeah, maybe Hazard isn't worth his price, but I don't think this week's the week for me to get rid of him. On wildcard at the moment, chances of Baines increasing. I think it's looking likely, right? Oh no, 4-1-6, he's not going to rise, I'd say. Yeah, Mickey to Ali can be done, but then I'm still stuck with Carroll and Benteke. And I'm going to do what I did with Mkhitaryan, the same as Zebra. I'm just going to keep him. I like him. I think he could do well soon. Well, you say he's not getting the minutes, but apart from when he got injured, he's played 90, 84, 84 and 64. And the one he came off in 64 was against West Ham. Yeah, Barnes is on penalties, which I kind of like. Although, how many penalties are Burnley going to get? Two and 4. Were they both penalties? I know one of them was. Yeah, Diamandi, someone said in the chat as well, he is an option. But Hernandez is back now, right? So he could play. Diamandi's not guaranteed to play is the problem. The best United defender, if money's no object, is probably Valencia. But value-wise, Jones looks good. I have nothing in the bank before transfers. Nothing at all. Well, penalties for Arsenal will be Giroud, which makes him even more appealing. Unless something's changed and Sanchez takes it or something, or Ozil stats up, it should be Giroud next. There's a couple of 4.3 million forwards. That is, of course, the other Jonathan Benteke and Graben. That really is like bringing in someone who's never going to play, though. I mean, as cheap as I go in midfield when I play 3-4-3, I usually get someone that at least come on. I don't know if Sanchez will be on them when Giroud is playing, to be honest. I'll tell you what, right, let's put a post up, which you guys aren't allowed to answer. I'll probably get bottom now. Was it Barnes, Crouch, and there we go. Let's see if everyone says Crouch. Is Crouch on penalties? Jesus. Yeah, no, I think Daniel, I think you're right. I think Giroud will be on them. Is it worth a -8 to bring in Ericsson for Benteke? I'm not sure how that works because they play in different positions. So you must be must have someone else, surely. Who are the other guys that you're taking in now? I bet everyone's just logging on now, aren't they? Just to say, yeah, but Waters is injured, right? That's why. Isn't that why we're so sure that Crouch is just going to play again? Or have I got that completely wrong? Yeah, Waters is injured. No, I don't want to help Cy Pry in the chat. Let's have a look. Minus 103.4. It's very likely. I'd say most of those people transfer out aren't playing wildcards. Bojan is isn't he going? Middlesbrough, I think. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Crouch is on penalties. Oh, Crouch, Barnes and Crouch. Now, how many of those people that have replied are in the stream? Ah, fuck it, do you know what? Let's just get Crouch. Alright. If he scores a hat-trick, I'll be on to do the robot next week. But if I can't make my transfers because I'm 0.2 million short, I'm cancelling all future streams. I don't need to worry about that because I'm not going to want to play him next week. Peter, excuse my language, but Peter fucking Crouch. What am I doing with my life? Okay. I shouldn't get rid of Benteke. It's done, and I'm still playing 3-4-3. It's too late, I've done it. Oh my God, I can't believe I got Peter Crouch in my team. I have given into peer pressure, you're right. No, let me just tweet about that a sec. I really need to get a different mic that doesn't pick up on typing so much. You'll pray for me tonight. I'll go and light a candle at the local church. It just looks bad, doesn't it, Crouch? At least I'll be able to bench him from next week. I'm looking forward to going 3-5-2. I know it sounds stupid, but it just looks better. I remember when I played a few seasons ago and there was a power 5 midfield, including Bale and Van der Vaart. No, it's not a Snowball. It is the blue brand though. It's Blue Yeti. It picks up everything. It's a nightmare. It's that Mark actually has the same one on the Scoutcast. See, on the Scoutcast it's not too bad because when I'm not chatting, I mute my mic. I just mute it on the program we use. And then when I know I'm about to talk or Mark asks me a question or whatever, I just unmute and I try not to move. But like you'll hear now, like even when I'm like moving in the chair, it picks up everything. I don't know if they'll be taking the piss because Granville was going to get him, right? He said he was going to get him when he scored. I think Mark said he was potentially a good option, right, as well. I don't think they'll take the piss. Anyway, it's only this week. He'll be bench fodder afterwards. Look how good a 3-5-2 looks. I better confirm captain as well. I'm even tempted to bench him now, but I'll play him. Save that. Oh, I'm going to play Pickford. And then I think I'm going to leave captain around like this. Yeah, look. Simon Morby nearly happened to me. I can't do it though. Prepare for a hat-trick. Perfect. Who controls the camera on the Scoutcast? Mark can lock it on someone, like he usually locks it on himself to start, but it automatically changes when we're talking. That's why you'll probably sometimes see it like go from one to the other. I do actually use TweetDeck for like scheduling tweets mainly. I have another account and access to a third one as well that I use. If he scores tomorrow. Actually, what time's the match on? Is it 3 o'clock? Oh yeah. I'm actually going away somewhere tomorrow, so probably won't get to catch up with most of the football. I'm not practicing. The robot will come out if he scores a hat-trick. I don't need to practice anyway, I'm a robot master. Oop. I live stream to watch Peter Crouch live. No, like I said, unfortunately, I'm going away tomorrow. Yeah, like people have got Barnes. I'm gonna regret that. I think I should have probably gone Barnes. I think Crouch was basically he's better this week pick and didn't really think ahead. But it's done now. Yeah, I'm not in the cup anymore. Yoshida, oh yeah, sorry, you've asked this a few times. Yoshida or Friend for the next 3? It's kind of tough because we don't necessarily know which of those two is going to play the next 3 weeks. But I would probably go Font. Let me just check the next 3. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. Oh no, Middlesbrough got really nice fixtures, haven't they? Yeah, Southampton have got 2 away fixtures. Do we think Friend's going to get his place back, though? I mean, let's say they both play all 3 games. Both of them play both of the 3. I think I'll go Friend. Hate being out when the footy's on. Yeah, I'm not going too far, to be honest. Just going to chill out for a bit. Oh, so even the finger clicks come through. Right, any other questions? Even non-FPL ones. We can go off topic if you like. We've talked quite a lot of FPL at this point. Yeah, when he plays forward, Friend, but hopefully he does. It'd be a really nice option at 4.4. I'd look at him. Lovely gif that. Louis went through with it. You should captain him, really. Let's have a look. Let's shave your hair if... Oh my god, no way. I'd love to be able to share my hair, but I'd look like more of an idiot than I do now. Sorry, a bit of typing. What do I think of the new... Oh, what was the Zelda question? Excited. I'm not going to say excited because I've never really played a Zelda game before. In fact, I've never played a Zelda game before. I can't get excited by it on the new Switch either because Zelda's about the only good game that I can see coming out at launch, and you can get it on the Wii U, and I've already got a Wii U, so I don't know why I'd buy a Switch. So I'm tempted because I should play games like that more. It looks nice, but I'm not excited. Am I going to any Man United matches? I really want... I haven't been this season or last. I went the season before a few times. I really want to go this year because of Ibra. I want to see him play. I don't know if I'm going to get over. It's got so much other stuff going on before the end of the season. It's just such a pain travelling there. Costa to Crouch. Can't believe we went through that. I don't know when the next Red Dead game is coming out. But it's been announced. It's probably a while away. Ever tried chops rather than a full beard? No. And I never... Well, maybe when I've clean shaved, I've probably done it. And then shaved the rest off. You're going to the Wigan game, you hope he replays. We'll see. The next Skyrim game, don't know. They keep re-releasing Skyrim for everything else. Favourite goal of the season? Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember off the top of my head. And obviously the recent ones, Giroud and Mkhitaryan, are nice. There's probably one that I've forgotten that's obvious. What do I do for work? I'm a community manager. Master System or Mega Drive? I had a Mega Drive. So I'd have to say that. Because I had a NES first of all. I was more into Nintendo when I was younger. I wouldn't want to wish them to fail. But it'd almost be nice if Nintendo doing what, like, obviously Sega now are just making games. So obviously you can play like Sonic on Xbox or whatever. I'd love for that to happen to Mario. So I could play Mario Kart on PS4. That'd be the ideal. Why don't you downgrade Sigurdsson in the future? You could use those funds better elsewhere. I might do. Yeah. I mean, who would you upgrade? If I download Sigurdsson, who do I downgrade to? Stanislas, I suppose. But what happens if he goes wrong? I mean, we've got 2 cheap midfielders then. Would I want Jose to stay for a 10-year period? That's a hard one to answer. I think he's different at Man United than he was at Chelsea. I think he kind of gets the history and stuff, like loves Fergie. Apparently there was like a tweet or a bit of news the other day saying that seats are always reserved in the coach for Fergie, even the manager's one. So he's got a lot of respect for Man United, I think. But he doesn't stay at clubs very long, so I'd like to see in a few years' time what he's still doing. I think he's finally turned it around. The other good thing about him, and obviously there's going to be other managers over 10 years, but you can still attract big names. Which is something Van Gaal, couldn't really do. This is going to sound really strange, right? But can somebody... can someone tweet me the link to this stream that you're using? There is a reason. Yeah, just tweet it through to me. I just want to send it to someone because they're having trouble seeing the chat. Recently, this is like a journalist asking a manager a question. Recently, you said if Messi joined the Premier League, he'd be circa 14 million on FPL. What would Ronaldo now be? He'd be the same, right? It would be more just because he won the Ballon d'Or. That whole thing's pretty rubbish anyway. Ever played Phoenix Wright games? No, I don't even know what they are, to be honest. That wasn't a pop at Chelsea having no history, but I just think he knows the history of United. Right, let me open this. Oh no, I'm going to watch myself on Twitter. 50. Do you really think Ronaldo would be more than Messi? Or just based on a Ballon d'Or? Surely they'd be the same. Or are you saying that Messi will be 15 as well and 14.5? Ali or Ericsson, I made a whole video on that. Well, it's hard to say who's more likely to get price rises. They've probably both kind of almost peaked at this point. So it's really going to depend on who's going to score the most over the next 3 to 4 weeks. I think Ali's a good pick, and that's who I would go for. But there's absolutely no reason to say that Eriksen's not a good pick as well. I mean, let's be honest, Messi and Ronaldo coming into FPL would be boring. It'd be like Suarez and Van Persie a few seasons ago. You get them in your team, you captain them every week until they get injured. You never worry about them playing. Would you call Rooney a United legend? I don't know, I feel like Rooney gets a bit too much stick. Yes, he probably should have been dropped earlier. But I think he's a good squad player now. Legend though. He's done a lot for the club. I feel like these days, because of like social media and stuff, we're like so quick to stick the boot in. We kind of forget what a player does before kind of start reaching the end. We said that about Aguero. Yeah, but Ronaldo and Messi are different to Aguero. They're a different class. Do you know what I mean? It's not as good as Aguero is. He's not in the same league as Ronaldo and Messi. Price for Griezmann, 11. Yeah, probably same-ish as Ibra, I'd say. Same starting price. The higher price rising potential between Yoshida and Varane. Potentially Yoshida if people cotton on that you can get a 4.2 million defender that's playing right now, or looks likely to play right now. But I wouldn't be expecting them to rise too much, to be honest. You're a prankster. I always think like, hang on a second. I always think if someone's coming onto my stream, which like right now it's saying there's 40 people watching. If someone's that desperate that they have to like spam in my channel, then I'm pretty sure their video is going to be shite to start with. Maybe I was being a bit harsh, but it's done now. Oh, who's Skyping me? You're triple Stoke. Who do you have triple Stoke? Grant, Crouch and who? Trying to think. One of the defenders, I suppose. Oh, I'm missing someone obvious. Oh, Alan, I guess. Oh, Peters. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So yeah, I was missing 2 obvious people. So what do we think? Stream again next Friday, I guess. What do people think about a 10 PM start instead of 9 PM? The only reason I say that is like 9 PM is quite early, like in terms of family wise. If people are happy to start at 10, then I would be too. Yeah, we'll meet in the middle, 9:30. Oh, Okay, I'll have to have a thing. I might just have to do 10 PM if people can't tune in, then that kind of sucks, but we'll see. Yeah, Rooney, with the kind of trying to force a move away, getting paid 300k hasn't helped, you're right. What is the highest I've ever scored playing FPL? What, like in a single week? Probably last year in the double game week. It's like 160 or something, 150. Yeah, Fozzie, I'm not sure about doing a well, Sunday night with the game, if the games are finished, maybe. The problem is there's so much left, or there's so much we don't necessarily know on a Sunday. You're kind of making quick, rash decisions, maybe with a whole week of news to come. I have to go back and check, actually, which stream was the most watched so far. I think it was the last one. That was after the last game week, wasn't it? So maybe. If people want to stream like after the games, I could maybe do it. I'd have to see, because obviously I'm trying to do videos as well, and I've got the Scoutcast, which I love doing. I'm not going to be able to commit like every night to doing FPL stuff, that's for sure. Which is kind of the problem with doing the videos. It's kind of that can take a few hours to do. Obviously, I'm working full time. Well, not obviously, but I am. But yeah, cheers for the link in the stream. Don't need to get it anymore. The Andy Carroll disease. What chat are you using to talk to people on the stream? Can't see any comments. Yeah, my girlfriend actually just messaged me and said that she couldn't see comments on her phone. I don't know how that works. I mean, I can see the chat because I've got the stream open, but that's kind of within my channel. So it's got like a special design. Most other people should be able to see it just on the stream. I'm just going to try and load it through the app on my phone. We'll see from there. Oh yeah, it says I'm live. 214 subscribers. Yeah, this is weird because before, when I went live, it showed us the top video. But it just doesn't show now, and I don't know why. So obviously I can, oh hang on, I can just open the link from Twitter, I suppose. Yeah, it brings it up. Oh yeah, live chat at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but like in the app I've got here, it's just a live chat button at the bottom. You just click that. Sorry, I know typing is a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's what I mean. Usually, like, it'd have a video on the left-hand side, and it would just say live, and it might just have like a thumbnail from whatever, from the stream. So that's a bit annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. Because usually I go to my own page. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, the views are wrong. Why have you highlighted the views? Oh, by most popular. Oh, I don't know. Benteke to Giroud or Chan to Ericsson? Probably Chan to Ericsson. Yeah, I was signed into my YouTube account. That's why usually I get like a picture up on the screen. I'll show you now. Oh, wait, I don't know if I'm signed in actually. Oh yeah, straight signed in. So usually I just go to my channel and then it'll show me the live one here. Or I'll click on videos and on the left it'll have the... It'll say that I'm live. But it's not showing that. Oh, it's because I'm not on all videos. Is it? Oh, live now. What an idiot. Okay, well that's handy. At least I can find the link earlier. I really struggled to see my own chat earlier. Everyone watching the live stream. I know, this is the biggest thing in FPL since, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Costa's going to drop because isn't he the high, or he was the highest owned player? And, do you know what I mean? People are going to know that he's not playing, with or without that flag. To me right now, Aguero versus Ibra. Ibra is the winner. He's cheaper, he's in form, he's got good fixtures. He doesn't play for Pep. He's guaranteed 90 minutes. He's on penalties. I think there's no real choice there for me. Now Aguero is a differential, which is good. What's Costa's Instagram said? Yeah, but I want... Well, he's never going to play for Pep, I suppose. But what I mean is he seems to be a bit of a tinkerer, doesn't he? Mourinho loves Ibra. Ibra loves Mourinho. He's playing every time. Prediction for my final FPL finish that would make me happy. I'd love to be inside the top 10k because I've only done it once, but I've just... I'm quite far behind now already. I don't feel like I'm moving. Obviously, got double game weeks to move, which is good. I definitely want to get into the top 50k. I'd like to finish top 20k at least, I'd say. Okay, cool. At least it's showing. Yeah, I think it was just me having the wrong button clicked. Thanks for showing me that. Well, I'm going to shut this off at 11, I think, so that's 13 minutes. Yeah, top 10k is getting harder, I suppose. But there are people, like, we see, like, the Hall... I know there's only a few of them, maybe, but the current Hall of Fame leader seems to be doing it again. Right? So it is possible. The problem with using the wildcard now and just saying that I'll plan better for the double game weeks is you can only plan so far in advance. You need to obviously know the matches, and the more matches you know that are going to be doubles and blanks, the better. And if it's like last year where there's loads of blanks, loads of double game weeks, it gets really tricky with that wild card. Plus, who am I going to change really? I don't have a big need to wild card. Yes, that like if I wild card, I'd get Ali and Ericsson. I'd probably get rid of Mkhitaryan and Sigurdsson if I could. Yeah, I'd love to get Baines and Rose in, but it's not worth a wild card, I don't think. Yeah, so 10 minutes, I reckon. So do we have any last minute questions? FPL or other? Let me know. Score predictions. Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. I barely look at that. Just think FPL. So I think Spurs will win. I think they'll win to 0. I think it could be like 2-0. 2-0 potentially. United Liverpool. I'm not sure about a clean sheet there. I know on the Scoutcast we were saying maybe a 0-0. I think both teams could score in that game. Who's going to win? Obviously, hopefully us, but you just never know with Liverpool. Would I take a hit to get rid of Ake as a fourth Josper? Playing Lovren, that's not the worst. I mean, yes, it's not ideal. I don't think... The thing is, though, you got to think, yes, that hit probably won't work this week, but it's a long-term move. It depends who you're bringing in. Pickford will drop in price tonight. I know I don't want to... Like, Heaton's okay right now, but it is going to get worse. I mean, they're away matches, not ideal. But yeah, I'd never want to make a goalkeeper transfer, so I'll probably keep him until wildcard. We'll see. I'd love United 2-0. I mean, they've just lost Mane. Coutinho's just back from injury. We're playing about as good as we have done in the last 3 years, I'd say. We're still struggling to put teams away, though. That's the only thing. I definitely don't think Ozil's worth much of a shout as captain if you have Sanchez. I just think Sanchez is much, much better than Ozil. Yeah, if Pickford's back, hopefully he goes straight back in the team. He was so good for him before. If it's 4 game weeks, then it's okay fixtures when they come back. I am still here, yeah. To be honest, if people are watching, I'm happy to stay. Like, but I think I'll have to give up at 11. I'll get told off otherwise. Yeah, transfers are made. I got peer pressured into Crouch. So I got Crouch and Giroud in for Benteke and Carroll. I'm going to play Crouch this week and then it'll become bench fodder. And then if I'm 0.2 million off, which is what Crouch cost over Barnes, if I'm 0.2 million off my next transfer, then I'm never doing any streams ever again. Did I hear the Ozil to United rumours? I saw it, but only on Odds Checker. Did anyone else actually report it? It seems like rubbish to me. That seems like just an easy way of, yes, Mourinho managed Ozil before, so why not? Oh yeah, I'm massively driving up the transfers in for Crouch. Okay, let's have a look. Why are you so against the concept of coverage? Oh, I don't know if after an hour and 50 minutes I have the will to answer. I'm not against coverage, and I know I saw there's a good article by Ruth the other day. It depends how you define it. If you're bringing someone in just because their fixtures are good, and because you can't afford the player you actually want, then that's coverage, and I don't think it's something I would do. Like I explained in one of my replies in the article. So I took Arsenal as an example. Great fixtures, had Walcott and Sanchez. Walcott injured. I didn't look at another attacker. Obviously I've got Giroud now, that's different because suddenly he's an option. But I didn't look at another midfielder because I never wanted him in the first place. So I'm against it because essentially you're buying a player that you don't think is a good option. If you think they're a good option anyway, then that's not coverage. I guess is my main thing. So I do agree that I guess it is a. I don't know if it is a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Can I leave it at that? Yeah, James. They either value what I have to say or they're desperate. Yeah, I enjoy doing the streams. I mean, the first one just went up as boredom, really. I just thought, why not? Let's have a chat. I wasn't expecting really anyone to tune in, and then I think we got up to about 50 people at one point. Oh no. I would entertain changes to the clean sheet rule, yes. If people had a good argument, but I don't really see a problem with it how it is. Surely Coutinho is not rising. People are desperate to get him back in. Oh wow, 88.1. I don't know what he started on, so I'm not sure how likely he is to go up. What is it? It's like just over 2 hours now. Maybe if you can, check in an hour or so. Let's have a chat, yeah. Very English of me. The old, maybe a bit of chav coming out. Every now and again you might hear an in it. Or if I'm feeling a bit Irish, we might have some crack. Yeah, I guess it must be Mane to Coutinho. I wonder if sometimes Fantasy Football Fix will show you what the biggest chances are. Don't know. Sometimes see him say like these are the 10 most popular transfers this week or today or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Arca E. Yeah, that's what my nan sounds like. Bristolian doesn't sometimes like come up with that. Let's chat on that Carl Pilkington. Hopefully I'm a bit. Actually, I don't know. Maybe Carl Pilkington's smarter than we give him credit for. Does it help your rank if you put non-playing players initially in your lineup for them to be automatically removed? No, not overall. The only reason I do that is because if for some reason it really annoys people, it's the only reason I do it. It's nice to like see your rank suddenly get a big hit when they come on, but overall it makes absolutely no difference. Whether you get the rank hit on Saturday, or you get it on Sunday or Monday, it makes no difference. You're still getting the same points, right? What's my views on the new Crystal Maze Center? I think you know. It's like, what is it, Richard Ayodi or something like that? The guy from the IT crowd. I think he's great in the IT crowd, but as soon as he's out of that program, he just acts like his character in the IT crowd. Or maybe not acts, obviously, that's maybe what he's like. I just find him super annoying. Bring back the bold guy with the great suits. Would you play Ake and risk a sub appearance, or just play Macaulay? I really don't think Ake is going to start, so I'd probably play Macaulay. Hope for that goal. Richard O'Brien, is that the... He was bold, right? Very, like, kind of jumpy. And all great suits. Yeah, bring back this guy. Obviously, I know it won't be exactly the same, but just that... Okay, interesting pictures. Yeah, he was quite out there, that guy. I want to stream some games at some point. I just don't know what games. Check a tweet. A tweet from who? Is there not a first across the line ranking? I mean, there's certain rules, like if you've got the same points, it goes down to like rank, goals scored, or whatever. But getting your rank on Saturday instead of Monday doesn't help. Definitely not. Games Master was great. They should bring that back. Although it was, what's his name on it? The astronomer. It's really bad. I can't remember his name. Yeah, I could potentially stream FIFA. Might even open some points actually this week. Team of the year. I think they're all in packs at the moment. Check a tweet about Costa, but from who? Who am I checking? That's what I don't get. Patrick Moore, yes. Right, I think I'm going to call it there. As always, thanks very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you know exactly when I'm going live. I might do one on Sunday, I don't know. I'll decide that on the fly, I think. But otherwise, as long as I'm not doing anything next Friday, I'll aim to do another one. Sometime between 9 and 10, I'll have to decide that too. But if you subscribe, it'll let you know. And obviously I'll put it out on Twitter as normal. And let's all just hope for a Peter Crouch hat-trick. Yeah, exactly. I'll go dreaming about a Peter Crouch hat-trick. Alright, anyway, catch you guys later. Cheers for tuning in.